Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. We got Cosette updates. Now, quick recap of the situation. Cosette is a shop that sells luxury bags in Australia. Well, they're based in Australia, but they ship also worldwide, and they have their kind of main shop in Sydney, Australia. And well, since quite a bit of time now, people have been allegedly reporting that the bags, the luxury bags that they purchased from Cosette, whether it be Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci, you know, the brands, well, upon purchasing these bags and sending them off to third-party authentications, these bags allegedly return, for the most part, or some of them return as fake, allegedly. So kind of the scandal started growing and bubbling, and you know, news agencies caught wind of it, started reporting about this. You can check out the entire saga that has been happening and all the updates that I have delivered on my channel about the Cosette situation on my channel. So you can go check out those videos if you wish to really have the deets on everything that's been going on thus far. So check out those videos. But today we're going to have yet another update. Now, before we get to that juicy update, actually there's more than one update that we're going to get to today. Subscribe to my channel, push the join button next to the subscription button, become a member today, get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the live chats, come join the fun, spend some time together, let's have fun, and let's learn, and let's help each other out as consumers. That's what we do. We love our luxury. We also love beautiful things, not necessarily just luxury. And it's always really good to actually have a place on the internet where consumers like myself, like us, can just meet and share experiences and help each other out so that we get the best experience out of shopping. So Cosette, since I started talking more about the situation and sharing your guys' experiences with them, you've started writing me more and more and more information. There's quite a few very interesting comments that are being left underneath my videos dedicated to this situation with Cosette. So I highly recommend and I urge you to go watch those videos and read the comment section, because there are very interesting comments there. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is just alleged, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything is just my opinion. Everything's alleged. I also want to thank Fleur Sharp, a wonderful lady who is also from down under, from Australia. And I will link, of course, I will link Fleur's YouTube channel and her video down below, the video where she compares the Yves Saint Laurent Lulu camera bag that she got from Cosette to the same model bag, Lulu camera bag, from the actual Yves Saint Laurent or Saint Laurent boutique. She went into the boutique and compared the two bags. I made an analysis video reviewing her video also on my channel, so go check out that. Check out both videos. So Fleur is wonderful. She's been sending me incredible updates on the situation as it unfolds in Australia. And she's also part of a Facebook group where many people that have dealt with Cosette, that have purchased from Cosette, are sharing their experiences with each other. So of course, I have a private exchange with Fleur. She does send me emails and stuff, so I cannot disclose like what they are, but I can paraphrase and I can tell you a very interesting update in the Cosette instance. One authenticator website or one authenticator business has allegedly written to one of the clients that they have that has asked them, hey, this is the question. I'm paraphrasing here. It has come to our attention that several clients of Cosette have allegedly received from Cosette third-party authentication certificates for their bags, and these customers have compared these certificates amongst each other, and it appears that the certificates have the same certificate codes, which should be unique to every authenticity certificate should have a unique authenticity certificate code. This company, this authentication company, then allegedly answered to this person and said, allegedly, that indeed it has come to their attention that this has happened. And they allege that Cosette sent a bag for authentication. The bag was authentic. And then apparently and allegedly Cosette then started using that certificate, multiplied it, and sent it out with every bag of that model that they sold to a variety of clients. Allegedly, I will never stress enough to repeat this, of course, allegedly. But what is really interesting is that this business, in this communication and screenshots and receipts have been sent to me. So I do have screenshots and receipts, but I can still only say allegedly because this interaction and communication did not happen between me and that company. You know, somebody else sent them over to me. So, but I've read them. And what I have read is this authentication company saying Cosette used allegedly, right, our certificate, multiplied it to send off fake bags to clients with not even changing the authenticity number of the certificate. This is insane, if this is true. Because it's kind of, if this is true and if it's provable, like if this thing goes to court, it's a slam dunk for the customer, for the consumers, because like there's your proof is in the pudding, right? But on top of that, I always forget the name of it, the Association for Fair Trade, whatever it's called in Australia. They're very strict. Guys, help me out in the chat. Fair trade, something, something. Melissa says, Melissa B. Convert LV says, I can confirm I have personally viewed the duplicate certificates. It is truth, says Melissa. I'm just reading the chats here, okay? So I have to say allegedly again. Department of Fair Trade, thanks. The Department of Fair Trade has been asked by reporters several times, hey, how's it going with Cosette? And they say that they apparently have over 300 complaints by now coming from across all boards, consumers that are saying that they have allegedly received non-authentic luxury goods. They've received so many complaints that they have to officially really investigate into this. Another instance has happened. Apparently, the import of goods, like the customs in Australia, have seized a shipment of bags or products that are arriving, that are due to arrive to Cosette. So they have apparently seized a shipment, and they're looking into it to see whether or not whatever has arrived, whatever is in the port, is authentic or not. Officially, the authorities, the custom authorities, have not released a statement, but this is like a thriller, you guys. To me, this is like Silence of the Lambs type of thriller. Like the suspense is real for me. I can't believe that there's all of these extra added layers and levels every day to it. And like nobody's really, like the authorities are like, yes, we have seized the whole shipment and we're looking into it, but like we cannot deliver a verdict yet. And I'm like, oh my God, what a cliffhanger. Then the Department of Fair Trade is looking into whatever is, I guess, in the warehouse at Cosette. So they are also looking into all the paperwork, like how these products, bags were sourced. Who is the third party? I mean, I don't know what party they were in touch with, because just to be very clear, Cosette still, to this day, states and claims that the bags that they are selling are authentic. Cosette has not budged on that. Cosette is very clear on that. They still, after all of this has been going on, they're still saying the bags we're selling are authentic. Okay, they have not changed their statement on that yet, as of now, as of the moment when I'm filming this video. So it's like, you know, a lot of people are trying to return their bags, are authenticating the bags that they bought at Cosette through third parties. Some people are even authenticating them through 1, 2, 3 different authentication portals and businesses. And in some instances, allegedly, these bags return non-authentic through all 3 different authenticators, or 2, or how many ever one uses. And this is the issue now. Apparently, people that are in Sydney and proximity, they just travel to Sydney, they travel to Cosette, they come to Cosette with the bag that they purchased from Cosette, and they want to bring it back because, you know, they say the bag is not authentic. People are bringing certificates from third-party authenticators where the authenticators state that the bag is not authentic. Cosette apparently now accepts returns when you enter the shop with the certificate of non-authenticity. They will then allegedly take the bag back and give you your money back. But apparently, and this is something that is an issue that has been rising up more and more, because I'm seeing more and more people writing me in the comments underneath my videos telling me that you're living, you know, in another country, or you're not living close to Sydney, and you've purchased online from Cosette and you've received a bag that you have then authenticated through third parties, and those bags have returned as non-authentic, and you've tried to contact Cosette online or via phone and no reply. And like, they're not replying. So it almost feels like at this point, what's going on? They're accepting returns if you go to Cosette physically, but they're not accepting them allegedly if you're trying to reach them through email or phone. Allegedly. Now, my speculation here is that maybe they're a little bit, you know, overwhelmed with all the returns, and possibly they just have enough capacity to deal with the in-store returns. But then there's also another thing that I'm kind of scared of, is that they might be running out of money. I mean, how can you have so much money to give back? You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit worried that if this keeps going on, and if it becomes, you know, if the Fair Trade Commission and the import customs, they find something shady, non-authentic dealings going on, that's going to cost Cosette a lot of money as well. Like, I'm scared that they might declare bankruptcy. If they declare bankruptcy, you're not going to see your money ever again. So, I mean, even if they get taken to court, what are they going to do? Like, sorry, bankrupt. We gave all our money, everything we had, we gave to customers who were bringing their bags back. Bankrupt. What are you going to do? So if Cosette is still giving you money back in store, okay, if you bring them the authenticity certificate that the bag is not authentic, that you bought from Cosette, and you have your proof of purchase from Cosette, and if you spent like 2, 3, 4,000, I don't know how many thousands of Australian dollars you spent on a bag, but you're not in Sydney, but you can travel to Sydney, maybe now's the time to find the time to travel to Sydney and get whatever money you can get back. I'm just saying this because I'm a little bit worried, you know, it's a lot of returns. I don't think any business has that much money laying around. So if they declare bankruptcy, you're not going to see that money. So like, let's say you got to spend $1,000 to travel to Sydney, but you bought a bag for $5,000. Okay, so you're going to lose $1,000, right? Because you need $1,000 to travel to Sydney. And then you get 5,000 back for the bag that's not authentic, allegedly, right? And so minus the 1,000 you spent to travel, it's 4,000. Well, you still got 4,000, you know. If they declare bankruptcy, you'll get zilch. Allegedly, I'm just speculating here. This is what I'm kind of worried about right now, because this is really growing. It's getting more and more intense, and I wouldn't want anybody to really kind of be so stressed out about this. If you have purchased a bag in the past from them and you wish to get your money back, but then like, I don't know what to tell you. That's just me. That's just my anxiety talking. I'm thinking, oh boy, if they declare bankruptcy, how are we going to get our money back? So it's not a guarantee. It's not guaranteed that if you go, they will give you your money back. That's also not a guarantee. I'm just speculating here. Okay. It's not a guarantee that if you go to the store, to the physical store, with the bag you purchased from them and a third party authenticity certificate that claims that that bag that you purchased from them is not authentic. It's also not guaranteed that you're going to get your money back, even if you manage to go physically back to the store. But I'm just like thinking, okay, how can we as consumers just make this work? I don't know. I'm just scared this is kind of the last moment before everything shuts down. Just my opinion. Selena says, I lost my KG bag. It's not ever coming back. Oh, you bought it from Cosette? Amy says, I only just... Amy says, I only just heard of Cosette from your channel, so I have no stake in this. The tea is just so good, I can't look away. I also really don't like cheaters and liars, and I love when they get caught. Well, this is all alleged. We don't know. There's still no official proof. No judge has said like, okay, this is the proof. You've been caught. The jury, the verdict is out. None of that happened yet. We don't know. But I also want to read to you some of the comments that I received underneath my past videos on the situation. And they're publicly posted comments underneath my public videos, so I'm allowed to share them with you. So somebody writes, on Monday, August 7th, I traveled a 5-hour round trip to take my fake Gucci Marmont bag into Cosette. Allegedly, right? Anyway, I had been emailing them prior for a return and didn't hear from them for 10 days. There was no lineup and the store was empty. However, there were online orders on the floor ready to be shipped. The girl behind the counter asked if I had re-authenticated and did I have a certificate to show her. I advised I had 3 of them. When I showed her, she said, yes, that is proof it's not real. This, I believe, is the first admission of guilt, says the lady that wrote this comment, allegedly. I filmed my entry to the store and was told to turn off my camera. My phone rang while I was in there, and I was asked not to answer. They advised my refund might take 48 hours as they are catching up on refunds from the weekend. They also reimbursed for the authentication I had done. Process took approximately 10 minutes. On Tuesday, August 8th at 11:27 a.m., a remittance advice was sent through for the refund. At 3:43 p.m., I had the refund in my bank, and that's the end of the comment. Everything allegedly. Another person commented, yes, someone exposing them. I had to go through PayPal for a refund 3 months later after it was canceled. They claimed because I signed a contract with them, they don't have to give me my money back. And I never received that same YSL bag, allegedly. They fought my PayPal claim, won, and I fought again and asked them for this contract I signed, and they couldn't provide it, so I got my money back. Never buy from them. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and this was last year. I bought it because it was a better deal. Everything allegedly. Another person comments, any news on Gucci belts? I bought from Cosette in February, and when I Googled what to look for in real versus fake, it fails on all points. Requested return after my own independent authentication confirmed it is counterfeit. But once they received the return, Cosette got an independent authentication showing it is authentic. They only supplied 2 photos to the authenticator. There is no stamping on the belt, so not sure how they can claim authentic. I'm in Melbourne. Raised case with NSW Fair Trading. Cosette not returning emails. Of course, allegedly. So this is just 3 comments, you guys. But between the comments that I'm receiving, the emails, the messages, the DMs, it's a lot. Now, of course, everything's alleged, obviously. But when so many people take the time to write in-depth messages like this, comments like this, something is fishy, because something is fishy to me. If so many people are really, really taking so much time and the effort to describe what happened to them, the situation, the details, it's like, okay, you might have one person clout chasing, 2, 3, 4, but when it becomes 50 to 300, there's over 300 of these complaints that the fair trade has received. That's a lot to just be a witch hunt. But we still have to say allegedly. So allegedly, of course. And yeah, Tanisha, so this person says they could not provide the contracts that were signed. So hence the PayPal claim was then won. Melissa just says, I've DM'd you the replicated authentication certificate, which I cannot show, by the way, just saying. Emailed me or... Because, wait, hold on. Everything is now over flooding on my DMs. I can't even find anybody anymore. I can't find it. I'll look for it. On which Instagram did you send it to me, by the way? Because there's a ton of them. I can't find it, you guys. Well, anyway. But what I'm just trying to say is, be careful in general, you guys. I know we say this often, and it's okay, stop being so annoying. But usually, if a price online is too good to be true for a product that we love, and it's much cheaper than the price that it costs in the actual boutique that's, the mono-brand boutique that sells its own product, then if it's too good to be true, chances are it's not true. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes you can really make a wonderful deal and the product is authentic. But we have to take into account that times are really tough. It's getting harder and harder to authenticate products. Replicas are becoming better and better. And I made an entire video about, that conspiracy theory, who's behind the replicas? Who might be behind the replicas, the replica business, the replica manufacturing? It's a big rabbit hole, you guys. There's a lot to dig out there. There's a lot of research to be done. There's a lot of investigations to be had and to be done. And while we're kind of trying to figure stuff out, maybe we should all slow down a little bit, and save our coin for a better day, because I have a sneaky suspicion that the luxury days and luxury shopping in general is experiencing quite a bit of a rainy day. You know what I mean? It's like a rainy day for luxury lovers out there. It's a rainy day. And I'm thinking like a lot of stuff is going really wrong at the moment. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just pace ourselves a little bit. Let's kind of maybe zip our wallets for now, see how stuff is going, and then tentatively, delicately, carefully start purchasing again a little bit later in the future. But for now, I think the time is ripe to kind of just sit back and observe how all of this situation unfolds. Because there's a lot of weird stuff has been happening lately. You know what I mean? I would just say, let's hold it, anyway. That's just my thoughts. So this was the update. A lot of weird extra revelations are happening. And if there's any new updates, of course, I will keep you posted from my side. So stay tuned. This is still ongoing, It ain't over until legally, I guess, if this thing goes to court, unless a judge rules something, right? Because up until that moment, everything's open. You don't know what's going to happen. So we'll be here watching, and we'll be here learning, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thumb up this video if you've liked it. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, subscribe and never give up on love. Love you loads. Bye. Mwah.